Okay, we're going to talk about using the words is, are, isn't, and aren't. And so there's a difference between is and when we use are. When we use is, we use a single subject. When we use the word are, we use a plural subject. Now, a plural subject would be any subject that would have an S on it. And a singular subject would be any subject that doesn't have an S on it. It's by itself. For instance, in this particular case, these are singular subjects. Like, for instance, Danny is one person. That's singular. So Danny, we would use the word is with that. Danny is my new friend. And that would be an example there. For this particular subject, my friend isn't in my class. That would be a singular word. My and friend are singular, so we would use a singular verb to go with it. Is not would be the word that we would use. There are two forms for is. Is could be is, and then is could be isn't. Isn't means is not. So we write that ISN apostrophe T. For the word are, for a plural one, we would have are, or either are not, which would be are not would be spelled AREN apostrophe T, and we need to put an apostrophe up there to show that. The two uses of are would be used with plural subjects. What's the subject of this sentence right here? I have it underlined. Go ahead, Brown. Boys. Okay, so boys would be used with a plural verb, and that plural verb would be are. So we're talking about the boys are at the river. In this case, here we have another plural, the same plural verb again. I'm sorry, the same plural subject again. The boys aren't home now, and that would be are not. That would mean are not home right now. So in those examples, we would use is, are, isn't, and are. Okay, what I want you to do now is I want you to tell me, I'm going to give you some sentences, and I'm going to leave out what is supposed to be there, and I want you to tell me whether we're going to use is or are in that sentence, or are, or is, or isn't, or are not, or aren't in that sentence. So let's take a look. The trains blank late. The trains blank late. What would you put in there, Caden? Yeah, the trains are late. Okay. Or could you put aren't? Could you use aren't? Okay, so the trains aren't late. Okay, so you can either use aren't or are, which would be these two here. A-R-E or A-R-E and apostrophe T. The trains aren't late. How about this one? Marshall blank very tall. Marshall blank very tall. Ray. Marshall are very tall? No. Yes.
Is.
Marshall is very tall. Why are we using the word is here, Cajun?
Because it's a single subject.
Yeah, because it's a single subject, right? And we have the single subject would go with a single verb, which would be is. And so we would say Marshall is very tall. Or we could say Marshall isn't very tall. We could either change it to is or isn't. All right, blank today, Valentine's Day. Blank today, Valentine's Day. Yes. Today is Valentine's Day? No, I think you changed the order of that sentence. Blank today, blank today, Valentine's Day. Yes. Isn't today Valentine's Day? Well, I guess you can ask that as a question. Yes. Isn't today Valentine's Day? Or is today Valentine's Day would probably be a much better selection of the word. So we would use is today Valentine's Day? And or you can use isn't today Valentine's Day? Either way, that's a use of the singular subject with a singular singular verb. And so we're talking about, again, using a singular subject with a singular verb. Let's do the last one. These homes blank made of stone. How about that? Titus.
These homes are
Okay.
made of stone.
Yeah, these homes are made of stone. Okay, so that would be the way you would use that. We use are for the word homes because homes is plural, and are is a plural use of the word. So again, I hope this